Hey everybody, welcome to Hilltop Machine Works. Well, hello everybody, it is Tom here and we are back in the shop, hopefully for another project. But with the new shop dog, I'm not sure if he's going to let us get much accomplished today. Man, we ended up naming him Chaos, and that fits him appropriately because that's what he is. Man, he is like trying to chew on my feet right now. I'll pick him up here in a second. So anyways, first off, I want to say thanks to all my new subscribers for finding the channel. We reached over 900 like last week, so that is cool. We are knocking on 1K door, and that is really exciting for a small channel like myself. So, you know, I appreciate all the other YouTube creators that have given me shout outs and have helped steer some viewers my way. It really helps, and you know, again, a big thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. It keeps me going out here. So what we got is, if you remember this big hunk of steel I picked up at the scrapyard, and I think I showed a clip of it in a mail call. So we're going to finally get to it. We are going to make basically a grill top. This is not my idea. AVE actually did one. He did a real big one, but this was just a nice size piece lying around, and it should fit on my grill perfectly. It is 1 inch thick, and it's pretty big. Let me get the measurements, hold on. So it is 10 inches wide and 19 inches long. So unfortunately I was going to do this in the shaper, but you know, the shaper's only got, you know, 16 inches of travel from on the x-axis. I mean, I could do like half of it and, you know, turn it around and do the other half, but then I'm going to have a line right in the middle, and I'm not sure how this is going to sit because, you know, the bottoms and the sides don't really matter. We're not going to do this to some machinist tolerance. All I'm going to do is basically knock the rust off of it with a wire wheel on the bottom and the sides, and then the top, since we can't do it in the shaper, go ahead and get it set up in the mill. Just run a carbide insert face mill across it. We'll just clean up the top, and then what I want to do, I want to drop in with a milling cutter. I'm not sure if I want to do 3/4. I'd like to do 1 inch, but I don't know if the mill's got the you know, gronk to do it. And then basically we'll go down in a decent depth. I still haven't figured that out yet, if I want to go, you know, 150 to 225 thou, you know, roughly. So we have a basically, you know, a trough to go all around it to catch the grease so it won't roll off. And then we'll get it on the grill, and we'll get it seasoned up, and we'll cook us something. This is pretty heavy. I threw it on my postal scale that I had picked up in a previous mail call, and this thing weighs 52 pounds. So we need a good way to move it around. And originally I thought about milling, you know, slots in the side so you could just grab it with your fingers, but that's a lot of weight on your fingertips, and heaven forbid your fingertips just slip out and this thing comes crashing down. It's going to you know, crush some toes or feet or anything in its path. So I thought about how I want to make some handles, and I remembered I picked up you know, a whole bunch of horseshoes off of eBay, because I did one project last year, that drink holder, or drink holder stand, and I said this will be perfect. So what we'll do is, you know, trim them off probably around there, and we'll just weld them on to a good height, and that way we can just carry it and it won't be in the way, and it'll kind of look cool. So let's take this outside and you know, wire wheel it, and that'll be the first operation. And of course there goes my phone as soon as I start videoing. Oh, anyways, hey guys, what do you think about my new work shirt? you know, I didn't want to get outdone by Lance and Patrick over there at Active Adam, so I figured I better get me a fancy work shirt so I'd be all official and stuff. Love you guys. Good channel. Check out Lance and Patrick over there at Active Adam if you haven't subscribed. They've got a neat shop over there in the Yucca Valley Desert, and they do a lot of machining on the small scale. So they're a small channel also, so go over there and check them out and give them some love. So let's get this thing outside, and I'll get you guys set out up there also. All set up over here at the mill. I've shown this before a while back, but for my new viewers, I figured I'd show this. This face mill is not your typical face mill, as it uses CNMGs, and that's what I like about it, and that's why I got it. So normally in your lathe, you know, you're going to use this corner and that corner. Put them in the cutter over here, and then you use the opposing corners, so that way you can get all basically 8 corners out of your carbide before you got to toss it. So it's not the, like I said, perfect profile for milling, but it works pretty good. So I got it off of eBay. So for you guys that didn't know this animal existed, it does if you like the CNMGs. So, you know, I know the carbide tooling has gotten cheap through Banggood, or, you know, just ordering it directly from a China seller, but you know, you still like to get your money's worth. So I figured I'd show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and get it chucked up in here, and we'll make a pass, or on camera I'm gonna go ahead and run some spray mist, so we'll see how that works. If it you can hear the puppy dog over there. Gets on the camera, starts getting foggy, then I'll have to reposition you guys. Hope you guys can see that. That's the first pass. That was just 10 thou skim pass. That's about all we needed. It just didn't get that one little edge right there, but otherwise looks like that'll do. So I'm going to reposition the clamps and make some more passes. I'll get you guys some more footage as we go along. He's sleeping all through the milling operations. So just got wrapped up, and I think it came out pretty good with 10 thou depth of cut. The only spot it did not clean up is right there. It probably looks worse on camera than it really is. I think just a little bit of Scotch-Brite will just kind of clean it up. It's not worth doing a whole nother skim pass of like 5 thou or something. I think I'm just going to leave it as is, and it'll be a fine cooking surface. So the next thing we need to do is mill out the trough for grease, and I don't know, thinking about probably just coming maybe an inch is a little much. How about maybe come in, that'd be good if I get the camera right, about ½ an inch in, and we'll have like a trough all the way around. So let me get this laid out and see what I got for end mills, and then we'll get to milling. Second pass. $50 thou depth of cut. 3/4 4-foot Niagara. Well, there you have it. That's 2 passes. That is 100 thou total depth of cut. I think we're going to go with that. It's pretty decent. If you notice how much coolant is still in there, so I think it's working pretty well. Imagine if that was, grease coming off steaks or hamburgers or bacon or whatever. So with that 3/4 wide, it can take a lot of volume. So I think we're going to go with that. It's after 7 o'clock, so it's dinner time. Gonna get wrapped up for the night, and then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll start cutting the sides in. So hope you guys are enjoying it. So there you go, guys, all wrapped up. Finished milling the grease trough. I think it came out pretty good. Where'd it go? I did end up doing a 100 thou total depth of cut, 2 passes at 50, and I was originally running this tin coated. It's just a high-speed steel, but it is a Niagara, so it is decent quality. And I was traveling about 1 inch per minute, and to get from here to here is about 17 inches, so you're talking a full 17 minutes to get from one side to the other. I decided to push it and go about 1.5 inches, and yeah, it didn't make it. I burned her on up, so I had to switch over to a beefier end mill, one that's got some cobalt in it, and it plowed through no problem. So I just finished, let me get you sit down here. So I just finished deburring all the edges, and now what I'm doing is just cleaning the trough and the top. Basically WD-40 and Scotch-Brite. Help smooth out the milling cutter marks. I mean, it would be really nice if I had a surface grinder that was large enough to handle this, because then we could surface grind this totally slick. And you probably wouldn't even need any cooking oil or anything, because it'd be such a nice surface, nothing would stick. So, all in all, it's coming out pretty good. I'm going to finish doing that, cleaning it up. Feels pretty good right now. And then we'll get her over to the welding table and just dress these edges. If I was feeling froggy, I guess I could put a corner end mill in here and run her all the way around, but I'm not feeling froggy, so I'm just gonna take the angle grinder and we'll just break that edge on the outside, and then we'll get the horseshoes welded up. Time to clean the sides up. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably screaming at the video going, "Tom, put it in the shaper. Perfect job for the shaper." And well, yeah, it kind of is. Only problem, you know, I've got to rotate the vise, got to grind a tool bit, and unfortunately I don't have power down feed on that thing, so we had to go down a full inch, you know, at what, 20 thou, drop 20 thou. So I mean, take me at least 50 strokes or so to maybe clean that up. So I'm just going to save some time. We're going to bang it out real quick with the angle grinder. Got the horseshoe handles marked, so just going to get them cut right here on the bandsaw. See if I can get it straight. With my big hand in the way, but I need to hold it down. Maybe you guys can see better now here. Trying to get the most out of this blade, but as you can tell, there's a couple of teeth that have seen their better days. That's why it goes along smooth and all of a sudden crunch, you know. Alrighty, let me get this other one marked and cut. That's about the best position I can get you in. Hopefully you can see that. Got the horseshoe all situated the way I want it. Ground the surfaces so they're nice and shiny. So let's burn them on. I'm gonna run it a little bit hot since this is 1-inch thick plate. It'll pull that heat. So I'm gonna try to direct more of the heat towards the plate and not basically undercut these sides of the horseshoe, but we'll see. We've had rain all day, and so the humidity is 100%. So now my lens is all fogged up because I got, you know, a warm breath on it. So, can't see. Let's try this again. Alright, that shouldn't go anywhere. Let me get it flipped around and we'll get the other one done. Gonna go handheld, but there they are, all welded up. Still a little bit warm, but welds came out okay for the two basically dissimilar metals. So now let's go out to the grill and show you what I'm thinking. So here's the grill I will be using. My concern is because the griddle is 52 pounds that this grate here may bow a little bit under the weight. So I was thinking is maybe just kind of make a couple standoffs, you know, a column or a machinist jack or whatever you want to call it, just to support, run from the bottom, come up to here. So that way I can catch one, like maybe one right here and then one right here. Just give it a little extra support. So that's the plan. We're just going to whip something up real quick. And once we get that done, then we can go ahead and get this thing fired up. Get the griddle hot and get all the oils and all the chemicals burned off of it. And then we can get some oil and season it and throw on some meat. So there are the little supports I just whipped out. Just a piece of aluminum round scrap I had, and they already had radiuses on the top, so that's cool. And then I had just some cut off, so I just drilled, countersunk a couple cap head screws, so they'll sit like this. Took the covers off of the off the burners, so they you know, we can get the heat directly up, because all the covers do is make sure the grease doesn't hit the burners. So I think we slide her on in and get it positioned over here. Of course, you don't want to cooperate. Come on. Thank you. And let's get this big bad boy on here. Fits just nicely. And let's go ahead and get her fired up, and we'll get the oils and everything burned off. And of course, because of all the moisture, the igniters don't want to work. Let me go get some matches. All right, we have heat. be back on. Move you guys over here and we'll just let it run for a while. I'll bring you back once we get up to temp and we're ready to cook. Alrighty, it's been on for a while. About 300 degrees. Oh, it's dropping now. Well, it's hotter over the burners. Let's see what it looks like with some olive oil on it. And we'll give it a whirl. See if she's gonna cook. Nice. We're in. In like Flynn. Hope you guys are in frame. Yep, sweet. Okay, so we are cooking with gas. And looks like we might have a success. That is a good thing. Hey, I'll bring you back when I'm getting ready to pull that beautiful burger off the grill. Well, so far so good. One thing I wouldn't think about is maybe leveling the grill, because all the grease wants to come into the front trough here, so obviously it's tilting a little bit. But no biggie. Unless I had like 7 or 8 burgers on there, you don't have to worry about it. But right now we are good. So dinner is going to be served shortly. And while we're getting wrapped up, hey guys, I appreciate you watching. Give a shout out to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you finding the channel and hanging out. If you got some friends that might like this stuff, let them know about the channel. We're growing. We're knocking on 1K door, so that's pretty exciting. I can't wait to make 1,000 subscribers. It'd be a killer benchmark. And I got me a slick bun. Come here, baby. I got the dog at the feet, trying to dodge him. Alrighty, looks like we have us a winner. Sweet, check that out, guys. So, like I said, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. We got us a griddle that's functional, and getting ready to chow in this burger. So hey, till next time, take care, guys.